I'm back. Welcome back to my channel if you guys are still watching, and if you're not, well, thank you for the time you watched. And if you're new to this channel, welcome. This is the Nopalero channel. I had said yesterday in the long video, I'm pretty sure none of you guys watched, but I'm okay with that because I wouldn't have watched either. If you guys wanted me to explain why it was the Nopalero family, then I will feel more welcome. Like I'll tell you guys in a quick little story of why it's the Nopalero family. My ghetto backdrop is my blanket. I found it like you guys were having a lot of light on my face or in my background, and it's just rough. If you guys hear the music, I'm gonna put it down. So why Christmas music? First of all, I didn't even put that station. I put the Grinch station because today's gonna be about the Grinch. And why about the Grinch? Because I am in love with the Grinch, and I got this idea from one of one of my friends, and she had kept telling me that I should do it because she knows how obsessed I am with the Grinch. If you guys didn't know, like I'm really obsessed with the Grinch. Like the Grinch is my baby daddy, or my future baby daddy. No, and my boyfriend is okay with that, so I don't know. He's okay with that. I'm okay with that. And if he's okay with that, I'm okay with that. Even if he wasn't, like I'll be totally okay with that. I'm gonna be explaining why I love so much the Grinch and what the Grinch movie means to me, and why I've always been so obsessed with the Grinch. If it falls, you guys, it falls. I don't think I'll probably fix it. Right now it's already like going this way. And yeah, so I don't know about that. I'm gonna be doing while I do like a little look, and the look I'm gonna be choosing to be is Martha May. Why Martha May? Because Martha May is the only one from the Grinch that doesn't have the little Whoville nose. And it's not like I know FX makeup to actually put on a Whoville nose, and that is just a lot. And it's barely 10, 11 in the morning, and that is a lot. So yes, I'm just really obsessed with them, and I hope you guys enjoy this little look. This is going to be a simple look because Martha May is more of a like glamorous girl, but she's very simple at the same time. And if you guys didn't know who Martha May is who, like, the Grinch love of his life. Like, he has always loved her, and she has always loved him, but they've never been together because people see the Grinch as a bad person until the end of the movie where he becomes a hero, and it's just, she's like, I'm sorry, I can't marry you, my heart belongs to someone else. So she looks at the Grinch, and yeah, so I want to be the Grinch's wife, so I'm going to become her, and I'm going to walk you guys through this tutorial. Like I said, it's very simple, but this won't be the video of the simple look because I do owe you guys a very simple look, and I really haven't been doing it. So probably my next video is going to be a simple look, and then the next one is going to be my inner artist. So if you guys like to watch, please stay tuned. And I've talked way too far already, like it's been 3 minutes into the video. So please enjoy, you guys, and thank you for watching.
Okay, guys, before I take this off, I do want to hop in and say this is going to be a voiceover video this time. I did start it off as in like get together and talk to you guys, and then I found it like a little bit hard to stay in the subject, so you guys are going to be seeing my lips move during the video, but it is going to become like I'm going to be singing towards the end. I'm not going to put that in, but like my lips will be continuing to move during the video. And yeah, I hope you guys like it, and I hope you guys stay tuned. Thank you. Bye-bye. I want to start off saying why I chose the Grinch and why I'm so in love with the Grinch movie and the Grinch itself. It's because the Grinch has a lot of hidden messages, and it has a beautiful meaning to it. It gets reality and puts a little twist in it, and it has to do with topics not a lot of people are comfortable talking about, but yet somehow they managed to incorporate into a funny children's movie. So let's start off by saying, who is the Grinch? Actually, the Grinch ain't a who, is a what. If you guys remember, if you guys seen the movie, there's a scene where Cindy Lou is talking to her dad in the bellroom, and she's asking who is the Grinch and why is the Grinch not being accepted by many people. And his dad is like, well, the Grinch is a, and then she says, a what? And then he says, exactly, he's a what? So these Whovilles do not accept or do not see the Grinch as a Whoville, as in a person, because they're who's, and well, you get it. So then this starts bringing in discrimination, right? Like, okay, so he's not a who, he's a what. It's like saying, like, it's just people don't consider him a normal person. Another reason why I like the movie and why I love the Grinch is because the Grinch ain't really a bad person. People think he's really bad person, and then there's a scene where he's bored at his house and he says that he doesn't know what he wants to do, and he starts eating, right? And he starts eating glass, and he just says, am I just eating because I'm bored? And who doesn't relate to that? Who doesn't eat just because they're bored? I know I do for a fact. And then there's the other scene after Sinulu has went and visit him to ask him to be the cheermaster from the jubilation celebration. And he sits down and he says he has a busy schedule, and he starts talking about like his schedule. And if you listen close to it, he says, there's a part where he says, saving the world hunger again, tell no one about it. And it's like proving to you that the Grinch really isn't a bad person. He has a good heart, but he has been hurt through many years. So then we all know Cindy Lou goes and talks to different people to figure out who the Grinch really is. Well, where she figures out that he's not a bad person. He was just hurt. There was a case where the mayor had bullied him, and a lot of people had bullied him in the class like gift extension for Christmas, and he ran away. He stayed to his tower. He started telling everybody that he hated them because of how much they bullied him. The Grinch really doesn't hate Christmas. He just hates the people and what they think Christmas is really about, and what they did to him, of course, in the Christmas season. So we go into the subject of bullying. They pushed this guy so much that he ended up running away from everything, and he just hated everyone and everything at that point. And it's sad if you really think about it, like how much, like it puts it into reality, right? Like how many people have felt like that, how many people have felt bullied, had felt just that they didn't fit in, and that they wanted to run away and never come back and just isolate from everybody, or just start getting a lot of anger inside of them to the point where they just don't like anybody or anything. So let's go back to the subject of when he destroys the tree. So he went to the jubilation, they made fun of him again, he gets mad, and he starts saying what the true meaning of Christmas was. He started saying that people want so many scarves that he can hang himself from them, that they want so much things. They want a pony, they want this, and they want that. And where does that all end? That ends up with him in the dump, because he lives like where they throw away the trash. So all of that ends up in the trash, but yet people are so into gifts and gifts. I want this, I want that. You need to give them that. This is Christmas season. Christmas season is for giving. And that has never been Christmas. So he starts getting mad, and he's like, you guys are so stuck up on Christmas and so stuck up on the gifts that you guys don't realize what Christmas is really about. Everybody starts freaking out. Everybody starts getting mad of the Grinch. And then there's the little tiny scene where everybody's running away. There's chaos, and then the Grinch asks for a ride, and then they say they go again, of course, right? They leave and they don't stop, and he screams, is it because I'm green? And that's another part, like racism. Like there's a lot of things that it comes in with the topic of racism. So he is green, he is different. Once again, he doesn't look nothing like them. He is hairy, he is all this and that, but nothing alike to the Whovilles. And that brings it into perspective of real life, right? Like there's times where we don't want to help someone, or we just like we have like the world is racist in itself. And I know people are gonna be like, what do you mean the world's is racist? But like, you guys know what I mean. Like there's people who won't help other people, or just won't accept other people because they're different, and because they're not from there, or they're just different color, different size, and that's just the reality of it. So then we keep going. He leaves and he starts getting mad again. He goes to his cave and he starts to realize that it's different, right? Like it's not I don't even know what I'm saying, guys. That it's just, he goes to his cave and he starts realizing that people have really haven't changed. People are still stuck on the whole gift thing, and people still think Christmas is about gifts. So what does he do? He decides to steal Christmas, because he's gonna say, this is how I'm gonna stop their Christmas. If their Christmas is all about presents, I'm gonna take away their presents. So that's when he starts to become the Santa Claus, and they bring the best song ever, where he's like, where he's saying that he's mean, and then that's Mr. Grinch, and that he's rotten and stuff. But he's really not rotten. It's just that he has a lot of hate in his heart, and he's always trying to make it feel like, make his heart so small, because he's so used to people messing him up and just screwing him over. So he just doesn't want to have a heart for anything, because he has a big heart. So then he gets Max and he makes him into a reindeer. He waits till Santa Claus leaves, and there's a scene where Cindy Lou starts singing, "Where are you, Christmas? Why can't I find you? Why aren't you the same thing it used to be?" And that's because she starts realizing Christmas wasn't what she thought, and she starts thinking that Christmas, it's just about the presents. So there's the scene, of course, where he ends up in Cindy Lou's house, and he's taking her tree, and she comes down and she's asking Santa, what is Christmas really all about? And the Grinch answers, Christmas is about the gifts. And she says that she was afraid that's what it was about, right? And she goes back, and then she's like, hey Santa, can you not forget the Grinch? And she starts saying that she knows he's different, and he might not have the biggest heart, but she knows that he's good, and he has a good heart. And so the Grinch steps back and he's like, do you really believe that? And then she says yes. And then, but he doesn't really care. He doesn't stop at that point because of what all the things they have done to him. Like, who would want to stop, you know? So then they go back. He goes and he finishes. The day comes and he is ready to dump all the Christmas presents to just ruin the whole Christmas for them. And he starts listening that they're still singing, and he gets mad, and he's like, why? Like, why are they still singing? Like, this shouldn't have been happening. Like, I ruined their Christmas, I stole their Christmas. Like, he's wondering why Christmas was still happening. And back in the Whoville village, the mayor comes out and he starts making a big old speech blaming the Grinch. Like, who would have thought, who would have known that this was gonna happen? But they decided to listen to a little girl. Well, his dad is like, I'm okay, that's my daughter, and I'm proud of her, because she's teaching us that what Christmas is really about. It's not about the gifts, it's about being together, it's about staying together. And that's when she leaves and she goes looking for the Grinch. The Grinch starts noticing that Christmas is not about the gifts again, and his heart grows bigger, so he starts crying and he starts feeling the Christmas spirit. So then he goes back to the village, and he gives everybody their gifts, of course, and he turns himself into the police, and he said, I'm the Grinch that stole Christmas, you may arrest me. And then he said he was sorry, so the police was like, I'm sorry. Of course, if you do a crime like that, but I gotta stop you guys so bad. But my meaning to the Grinch is that he's really a good person. You just gotta treat people nice. Bye.
So you guys, this is the final look for the Grinch inspired video. This is a little bit too much for me as it is, because the lip and the eyes, so I will be taking this off immediately. Excuse my ratchet hair. But yeah, I hope you guys liked, and I hope you guys liked the story of why I love the Grinch. And next video will be the simple look. Bye bye.